Now, something very different today. If you know Happy Doggo, you know that we adopt out a lot of dogs. And what usually happens is I don't see them ever again. The only dog I've ever seen is Whacker and Rodney and Lottie. When I went to England, I met them once just after they'd been adopted, but I've never been to visit a dog that's been adopted. So today, I'm going to go and see little Billy, who was adopted in Singapore. An unbelievably hard start in life, which you'll remember, and I'll tell you about now in a second. But come along with me and meet Billy in Singapore. I'm beyond excited. Now, I've just finished my meeting and I have 2-3 hours to spare now to go and see Billy. So I'm actually so excited. I'm here in Singapore and it's not actually that far from Koh Samui. It's only like a 90-minute flight, but these dogs that I see online always feel as if they're in another world. I see these little characters online that have had unbelievably tough starts with me, and I might see them for 1-2 months, 3 months when they're rescued and they're in terrible situations, but nobody, I don't think, was in as bad a situation as little Billy. So I've actually bought him a teddy bear. It's a little like traveling teddy bear because Billy was a little traveler. He had such a tough start in life. He got slashed on the face, he had PTSD, and I'm just so excited. I'm here in Singapore. I mean, I haven't seen one bit of Singapore. I've walked to just stand on this bridge, had my meeting, going to see Billy, and then I'm going straight home. It's like I'm even in my flip-flops, and Singapore is quite a posh sort of corporate city, and I'm walking around and people are like, who is this bum who is here with us? But anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm here to see Billy. I'm very excited, and I am now going to jump in a taxi, go and see his mom with Billy. And as an extra bonus, it's actually her birthday today, her 60th birthday, so it's going to be a wonderful little 2 hours with Billy. And I couldn't sleep last night, I was so excited. Let's stop talking and let's just go see him and bring him his teddy bear. Look at you, Billy. Now, one thing that would help us massively to get more dogs adopted and raise the awareness of the work we do is subscribe. It takes 2 seconds, one click of a button. Subscribe button would really massively help save more dogs like Billy. So thanks in advance. He is Mr. Billy. Now, unbelievable that Billy is here. I've actually had to we're sitting outside for a little second, but he has to be kept away from the light, so we're keeping him away from the sunlight. He looks so tired because he's on medication, but look at that fur. It's unbelievable. Now, he's really spoiled here. It's unbelievable. The lovely family that he has. He gets the best food. He's got the best care. His surgery was big and extensive. His eyes have been fixed again, and it's just, for me, it's amazing to see the care and love that these dogs get. This is like paradise. I don't know how much of it you can see down there, but he lives in a wonderful house with his 2 sisters, and even though his eyes, I'll get a close-up with the other camera of his eyes in a second, they basically made an incision across them. It's very expensive, very complicated operation, but again, it's changing his life. He's going to have very good eyesight after that again, and I just can't believe how well he looks. All of the dog's fur grows out, and all of their they all put on about 1 kilo, I say. It just looks so much healthier, so it's very nice. I still feel a little bit surreal to be sitting here with Billy, but he looks tired because he's on the medication, but he's a very happy boy. Oh, look at you, mister. Now we're in here eating cake with Billy, and I just wanted to have a few words. How's he been since he got here?
Oh, he's been amazing. After he got out of quarantine, he was fantastic, and he's such a good boy. He's fallen off the couch. He's pretty much 100% house trained. He's a sweetheart. What's going on there? Is it stuck to his...
No, he's just eating. He's just enjoying the icing.
He's a sweetheart. He's struggling
with his eyes.
Yeah.
And how big was the operation? It was Tuesday.
It was the same day, in and out, but he's on painkillers with a bit of sedative in them, so he's sleeping a lot, but he's still very motivated by food, which is a great sign.
Fantastic. How long has he been here now?
Quarantine was 3rd of September to 3rd of October. So it's October, November, December, January, February. So we're going in to almost 6 months.
And he's got his 2 best friends there. It's just, I can't believe how much he's settled into life with you here.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a little weird sometimes,
Yeah.
but we love that about him. Once he got home, he acclimatized quickly. It took a while for these two to warm up to him because Harley especially was quite jealous. She's a daddy's girl. But they play outside now. Not so much in the house. They sort of coexist, but happily coexist.
I've seen him running on the beach as well.
Oh my God, he is a beach maniac. In fact, the last video that I posted of him on the beach, what you didn't see is he ran into the condo next to the beach where they were having a Christmas party and everyone was dressed up. And I went scurrying in after him, covered in sand, sweating, Billy sand from head to toe from face planting.
Shaking.
Yeah, and as I picked him up, he yelped, which meant every single person at the Christmas party turned around and looked at me.
Thought you were like abusing him or something.
And I scurried out of there with my head down.
It sounds like the Billy I know, all right.
Yeah.
And I always see him going into his bed as well. He wears his little pajamas.
Yeah, he loves that. Well, no, actually, Chona, who lives with us, loves that. But he's not so keen on the pajamas.
But I see him tucked in under his little blanket.
Oh, he likes it. He doesn't move. Once he's in bed, he doesn't move. Even sleeping with me the last 2 nights while he's recovering, I think all he does is turn over once. I literally find him like, I go to sleep.
I always remember he likes to lie in, doesn't he? He sleeps.
He wouldn't get up till 9 if we didn't get him up.
Oh, Billy. What a good boy. Unbelievable. See, Billy's eyes are, his operation was quite big and he's, what was it? It was like an incision across his eyes?
Yeah, they've actually created a graft across his eyes to get all the cloudiness to drain. So the left eye was the worst.
Yeah.
And he was relying on his right eye the most, which you can see already looks a lot better. But there's way less cloudiness here. Billy, can I open your eye gently? If you can see the graft there, yeah.
What I wanted to show is just like we do a little bit with the dogs and help them, but there's so much that the owners are like my heroes because they're saving the dogs as well, and like the operation's not cheap, the care's not cheap. Bringing a street dog into your home is not for everybody. I get too much of the credit. There's about 20 people involved in Billy's rescue, and most importantly the ones who will look after him for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. We don't know what age Billy is. We were just talking with, I think we agreed on 8 years old.
Yeah.
Although
he behaves like he's 18 months sometimes.
18 months. And 70 when he's sleeping. So. But he's one happy dog. There's no doubt about that, little Billy. Oh, I've got a present for him actually.
Oh, Billy.
Your little present, Billy. Billy's got his teddy. He's lovely and happy here. You can see that he couldn't be in a better home. He's a very, very spoiled little boy, as he should be, and as also all the dogs here. So I just want to say thank you very much for looking after him so well.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Now we are always grateful that you chose us for Billy's mum and dad. Very lucky.
Now, what a trip that was. I just thought I'd sum up in probably the last place you'd expect me, which is outside a Tiffany & Co. jewellery shop. I'm in Singapore airport and I'm absolutely buzzing. Seeing Billy, I was telling his parents that was the highlight of my year already. I've got a huge smile on my face since I left there. It's the first time that it really dawns on me what it's like for a dog to be in a forever home. I think the footage I got was pretty crap because I was just spent my whole time interacting with Billy, and he was quite still suffering from his operation, but I don't care because it was just like I could see how healthy he was, how wonderful it was to see him there. It's also just reminded me, I mean, I'm out I feel like I'm in the wild for me. I'm still dressed like I'm in the jungle, which I'm getting funny looks for him, I must say. It reminds me that I'm not built for the real world. I sometimes say to myself, wouldn't it be lovely to, what's the nicest part of what I do? It's definitely rehoming the dogs and seeing them in their forever homes. I think everybody loves that online, Bowie, Whacker, Mr. Fox, whoever. There's over 50, maybe near 100 now that have been rehomed. And I sometimes think to myself, wouldn't it be lovely if my role was just to rehome dogs and then I could travel around the world and see them in their homes and meet them and make videos, you know? You know what, I've done this for 20 hours, I've been away from the dogs, and I hate it. I loved the part where I sat with Billy and his mum, which was just absolutely fantastic. But the rest of it is like, I remember what it's like being on a plane. I remember what it's like going through border security. But most of all, I remember what people are like. And I don't want to slag people off, but the hustle bustle. Singapore is a pretty clean, organised, incredible city. But just the hustle and bustle of getting on a plane, people elbowing me, people being rude, that's not a life I want. So I am already excited to jump on this plane and go back and see the sick dogs. My role is, and always will be, with the dogs on the ground. I've got to go and do my book tour now in about a month's time, which is for a week, 10 days. But apart from that, I am going to continue to limit my travel as much as possible, because I can make a difference with the dogs like Billy on the ground and create a network around the world. But in terms of me enjoying myself, maybe I have an idea in my head that it would be nice to go for brunch or stay in a hotel or travel. It's not that. What gets me going is sitting with the dogs at the land, jumping on the moped, feeding them. The struggle sometimes, the hard times, the good times, the bad times. I belong in the middle of the jungle on my bike. I don't belong in big cities doing things that normal people do. Absolutely buzzing. What a treat to see Billy, but it's time to head home. Thanks for following along. If you enjoyed this video and are as happy as I am, a subscribe would be massively appreciated. Go on the Billy.